What is the sound of that?
Singing bowls.
One of the magical tools that we will be playing with the children in the School of Magic. One of the many fun tools we will be using in the School of Magic.
Yes, show them your drum too.
Oh yes, and this is the drum. I got this in Belize when Kara and I went last November. And it is magical and fun. And what kid wouldn't love playing with all the musical sounds and the vibrations that they create?
Yes, and crystals. Like, look at this big, fun crystal that you can actually feel the energy of, and you can, like, sweep over top to feel different energies.
Doesn't the inner child in yourself want to touch that? Because I know I like to.
Exactly. So that's one of the big things we'll be talking about in this School of Magic with kids, is learning to really play with crystal energy and sensing subtle energies. So we have a game that you want to talk about, the little
Yeah, I forgot already. So this is something that we did in one of the courses that we took, was that is just a way to get you to realize how much energy is all around us. And children are just way better at that because they don't have all the points of views that we do. But so basically one person stands in the middle of a circle and everyone stands around, and that person in the middle will close their eyes. So the kid will close their eyes, and then there's a lot of different ways you could do it. But yeah, we were thinking of having all the kids like moving in towards that person and then moving out, and you can feel it.
You can. People can feel that.
Yeah, and so that's just like an introductory way to even start to acknowledge that energy. We are all energy. We are all connected.
Affected by all the energy that is around us all the time. And another little game, just to start sensing subtle energies. And we're going to see how this works. Another game you can play, like crystals, there's so many awesome properties to them, which we will, share with the kids too. Like, kids, who doesn't love crystals? And so each crystal emits its own energy. So you can play this game where you're going to hide it, put it in a certain hand. And now to activate the little micro shockers in your hands so you can get feeling those energies really good, is you just do that, and then you gotta just guess which hand the crystal's in. And we're not always right. And that's why it's a good practice. So we're not always right.
I was wrong.
You know what's really neat is when you put your hand over this hand, I knew you were going to pick this hand because I felt actually a charge go to that hand, so I knew she was going to pick that hand.
Perfect.
Yeah, and so it's just another fun thing to practice, starting to be aware.
And with that, that's actually kind of good that I screwed up, or didn't screw up. It wasn't right or wrong, but what it does show kids is that there is no right or wrong. It's
not about being perfect.
Yeah, we're not here to be perfect. We're here to be fun. We're here to have fun, and for kids to learn that it's okay to just be themselves, and they don't have to get it right. There's no rules. There's no right and wrong. And
so then another fun thing that we've been talking about, because we are all connected and getting that sense of awareness of energy. So it's like, well, if we are all connected, then we actually can speak to each other energetically without physically talking, and learning to, like you can speak with the trees, you can speak with animals energetically. Why not start practicing with each other, like telepathically?
Yeah.
So we'll play games with that. Like, for example, like, I'll think of an animal and I'll put all the energy into that animal, and then I'll hand it to Krista and she'll sit with that energy, and you might get an image of a bird, or you might just think bird, or you might imagine flying, or all sorts of ways of playing with energy.
And you know what, we do already do that, whether like if that sounds like something that is so
foreign and
foreign
weird.
and not possible for you. I'll give you an example of last weekend. I was in the bathroom getting ready, and Camille came into the bathroom, and as soon as I saw her, I said, "Oh, I gotta call your friend's mom," because I knew they were wanting to have a sleepover, and she, like, I didn't know she was coming towards the bathroom, and right away I said that, and she was like, "Oh, I just came here to tell you that." And I was like, that is so cool, because her thoughts as she walked towards me,
Can feel
that
it.
her thoughts were an energy, and that energy came into my field, and I got that message before she even told me that.
And we do it all the time. Like, you even you're thinking of someone you haven't seen a person in forever, and all of a sudden you're thinking about them, and then you talk to them with somebody, and then lo and behold, the next day, there they are.
And that happens all the time. So
let's learn to play with that energy.
And you can't deny that it's real.
Exactly.
So that is just one of the other things like that we'll be showing kids so that they can have these tools and to start using them and practicing them. And like thinking of kids at school too, how there's so much bullying and kids are really mean to each other. And so we want to show kids how to just be like that rock in that stream that is surrounded by all these energies all the time, and to just allow yourself to be like the rock in the stream, that everything just flows right through.
Yeah, learning how to react or not react, I guess, to that energy. You just pull it through. It's like, like nothing is ever personal. And if we can teach kids that, it's like, hey, this isn't really about me. This is just this kid being a bully. What can I do with this? I'm just going to drop my barriers and pull that energy through. I'm not going to let it stick to me.
Exactly.
And life will just be easier. And so a little saying that we got from one of the Access Consciousness books, 10 Keys to Total Freedom. It's like, it's not when someone, every time a thought comes up or a feeling, emotion, every time somebody says something that gives you a charge or makes you not feel good, it's like, it's not right or wrong, good or bad, real or true. It's just a point of view. And it's like, it's just a point of view. You don't have to get upset about it, right?
And once you become, like, you eventually just become an interesting point of view. So there's no more things such as judgment, and people, like, what people do or say just doesn't matter, and it just doesn't affect you. Because it's just an interesting point of view. It is not real. Yeah. It's just an interesting point of view. We're just
all here trying to be us, and we do all have different ideas, and that's okay. And so not to get upset when you don't jive with something somebody says, right? So
yeah, and so that's basically like really what, like, we're just going to be talking about different things every couple weeks that we meet, and we're just gonna start to show kids, have little tools for them to start to become them. And another idea I was just thinking too was the list of the things that you love about yourself. Yeah. Like for kids to just for us, like as an activity, just to develop a list of all the things that you love about yourself, and then for them to get to take that home and find a special place in their room or whatever.
And you can have a crystal for each thing you love about yourself. Yeah. And so you carry a crystal for that trait that you love, and it's a reminder. You're just adding these layers of energy into your life, right?
And when you see it physically, like, it'll take them back to when we created that and where they were empowered to be themselves, and then they look at that when they're at home, and they're like, yeah, it's okay if I'm me. And exactly. It's a visual. And, maybe
you might just want to do it too.
Yes, exactly. And
I know I do.
That's the aim of School of Magic. It's not just about the kids. It's to make this part of your everyday life too, so that you can engage with your kids and you can learn from your kids, because there's a heck of a lot to learn from our kids, because they aren't jaded by what they've been raised to believe. And if we start now with empowering them, imagine who they can be in the future.
Because really, too, when you think about, like, if you are to, for me, to think about what is it I really want now? Like, what's fun for me? A good way to find out that is to dive back into your childhood before you got all these points of view. It's like, okay, I loved doing that, and I loved doing that, you know, like I loved trying to find the treasure at the end of the rainbow and stuff. Like, it's like we crave adventure and we crave fun, and so we want to just keep that alive in kids too.
Exactly.
And the big kid in us is actually really what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So we do, we're starting November 16th, and it's going to be a couple hours. We do ask that the kids are 8 years and up, because we actually talked about how eventually we'll probably want to create something for younger
for
kids
the little
too.
Kids too.
Yeah, but just for now, we're going to start with 8 and up, and for kids that really want to be there and are really ready to contribute and help become all that they want to become.
Yeah.
So
and have fun doing it.
Yeah, totally. So it's going to be here in this little space for now. And it'll be 2 hours long, November 16th.
It's the first one from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. is the first one. And we hope your kids can come and play with us, because it'll be fun.
And again, we do have the adult version, which is Practical Magic. So check out our website, and we'll have the information linked to this video where you can get in touch with us if you have any more questions, or if you just want to sign up.
And you get to be a kid for the day.
Yeah,
Why not?
Exactly.
Okay.
We'll talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.